Hello everybody, welcome back to Making It Up. I'm Isa and today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. It's something kind of newer in the beauty community space, at least I think so. I was watching Jamie Paige's videos as one does and I stumbled across one of her newer videos which is titled My Makeup Collection If I Wasn't a Beauty Guru. Or at least I think that's what it is. I'm going to link it down below. And it's basically what the title says, what her makeup would look like, you know, her collection would look like if she wasn't a beauty guru and she didn't collect makeup. And I thought it would be a great video idea, and I felt like it would be a fun activity for me because I collect a lot of makeup, I try out a lot of things, it's part of my job as a makeup artist and as, you know, reviewing products and showing them to you on the internet. It's kind of what I do and I love it. So I obviously have much more makeup than anyone should ever need. I mean, I thought it would be like fun to see which products from my collection would serve me for like my everyday needs if I didn't have this job. I put together some products that I thought would be that in my makeup collection, put them all in this bag, and I want to show them to you guys. So if you're curious to know what my makeup collection would look like if I wasn't a beauty person on the internet, then make sure to keep watching. For my base, I'm gonna go in like order of how I put things on my face. For a primer, I chose a Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. Now, I don't really wear primers on a daily basis, but whenever I want my makeup to last a long time, I go for this one, so I think this would be just perfect. I wouldn't be wearing it every day, but when I need it, it will be there, so I think this is just amazing. It feels great on the skin, it hydrates, it has really good properties, and it makes my makeup last so long. It's just a primer that works well with any foundation, so it works well under any base, and I could also use it by itself. So this will be the only primer I would reach for realistically if I only had a small collection. For foundation, I could narrow it to one, had to be two. The first one would be the MAC Studio Face and Body Foundation. This is what I'm wearing today. This is just a staple in my collection regardless of how many foundations I own. It's one I reach for all the time. It is perfect for daily wear, so if you're someone who wears foundation like every day, this is perfect. It doesn't have a lot of coverage, it's very natural, but it just evens out my skin and it makes it look amazing. And the color is really good for me. I'm in C2. It was an obvious choice, like right off the get-go. I was like, this is it. This is the perfect everyday foundation. It would be what I would wear most of the time when I'm wearing makeup, unless I'm going super glam. So this is just, I cannot live without this. And then if I ever wanted something a little bit more coverage-esque, I would go for the Bite Beauty Change Maker Supercharged Micellar Foundation. You guys know I rave about this a lot. I really love it. And I don't love super full coverage. This covers everything. It's kind of like a light to medium coverage. Doesn't look like a foundation, but it acts like one. So it's very lightweight on the skin. It's very easy to apply, but it will work for those days when I want super glam looks, or if I'm going out to have an event or anything. This would be my fuller coverage foundation of choice. Concealer is another product I couldn't just narrow down to one. I have two, and the first one is the RMS Beauty Uncover Up Concealer. You guys know I rave about this a lot, but this will be my everyday concealer. It kind of already is. I really like the smell of it, weirdly enough. This is a lightweight concealer that looks really natural on the skin. It will not cover your under eyes completely, but it'll look very natural and it kind of evens the skin. I also like to wear it all over the face. So this is just an easy concealer to just put some on your fingers, dab it on, and you're good to go. So this will be like more of a daily concealer for me. And for when I want more glam, fuller coverage type of concealer, Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer definitely would be the way to go. I reach for this every time I have an event, every time I want to look covered. This will cover my dark circles completely. I am wearing it today and I love it. Also, the shade Almond is really great for me. This is just one of the best concealers I've ever used for coverage, and I think that if I just needed something that would cover but feel amazing under the eyes, it wouldn't look cakey, and also a good concealer for the skin, this one would be it. So yeah, I definitely had to throw it in this bag because it's just one of the best. For powder, I only picked one. Now, I am someone who definitely needs powder. I am of oilier complexions. I have combination skin, so powder is definitely a must. And the only powder that I chose is a CoverFX Matte Loose Setting Powder. I have this very janky sample. I'm running out of it as well. I have very little product left, but this is the only powder that really just keeps my oils at bay without making my skin look very dry. It also helps my under eyes not crease at all. This is the only powder that when I apply it, doesn't look heavy or cakey under my eyes, yet it just makes them look flawless and creaseless, and that is exactly what I look for in a powder. It is translucent, it doesn't have any flashback, it doesn't alter the shade of my foundation, which is exactly what I need in my life. Let's move on to the cheeks. This just was the hardest thing for me because I have so many cheek products. I am obsessed with cheek products, and I'll already give you guys a peek, but for blush, I would pick my Glossier Cloud Paints. These are just the most unique, and they're my go-to blushes for when I want to look super natural and wear very little makeup, but I also like to wear them when I'm going more glam because these last very, very long on your cheeks and they're very pigmented but buildable. So if I want to go super natural, I can just dab a little bit of this on. Perfect, beautiful, natural beauty. If I want to go super glam, I can pile this on a little bit more. I can use it on top of a lot of makeup that I already applied on my skin, and it will not ball up, it will not remove any of my foundation, powder, anything. So it's just perfect all around for any look that I need. These win everything because they're great. I'm not much of a contour girl, but lately with the whole foxy eye thing, I've been getting a little bit more into it. The only contour I would add to my bag is the Armani Beauty A Contour in number 20. This is just a very lightweight contour. It looks very sheer. It's a sheer contour basically. I'm also wearing it today and it is very, very easy to use. I am not a pro with contour, so this makes it very easy. Again, it would be something that I wouldn't reach for every day, but it's amazing for when I want to go more glam or I just feel like chiseling my face because it does look very natural, but you can build it up. So honestly, it's the only contour that I reach for currently, even though I have others. So this was a no-brainer. And then for bronzer, again, very difficult feat choosing a bronzer. Now, at first I thought I would go for my Makeup Forever Pro Bronze Fusion, but they friggin' discontinued that one, so I'm not gonna talk about it, and I wouldn't be able to just keep on repurchasing it, so it's a sad moment. But the other bronzer that I would add to my makeup bag, if I only could have one, would be Benefit Hoola, because this is very versatile. It's matte, but it isn't flat. The shade is great. You guys know all about this one. It's great. They also have a lighter one and darker ones. I love this. It's been in my collection for years. It's a staple, and I think the color's nice if you want to go a little bit lighter or if you want to build it up again. You can do that. So it's just perfect bronzer for every day. For glam looks. You can also use it as eyeshadow. I like it a lot. It's been in my collection for years and I couldn't see myself not having this bronzer, and it definitely just complements everything like the rest of the makeup that is in this bag. Highlighter was another one of those hard ones because I have a lot of highlighters, a lot of different formulas. In the end, I just listened to my heart and went with my Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Champagne Pop. This is one of the first highlighters I ever bought. This is one of my all-time favorite highlighters. I love the shade of this. It just works really well with my skin tone. This is really intense, and I usually have been straying away from intense highlighters. The reason that I have this here is because I don't think I'll be wearing a highlighter on an everyday basis. It'll be more of like a going out thing. But if I did wear it on an everyday basis, it is very easy to grab just a tiny bit and just apply it on your skin like I did today. I didn't really do a lot. So this is again versatile. Could use it as eyeshadow, could use it as everything, and it just looks great on the skin. It works perfectly and it lasts such a long time. I've had this for years and I've barely dented it. So this had to come with me. I couldn't leave it and choose anything else because this is like my first love. So, you know. Lastly, for the face area, I have the Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. Again, the first setting spray I ever fell in love with, and I could not see my collection without it. It's truly amazing. It makes my makeup last so long whenever I spray it, and there are others that I like, but this is just the OG. It's my favorite one, and it just feels amazing. Could not see my collection without this. Obviously had to go in the bag. Moving on to the eyes, I'm gonna start with my brows. For like an all over like brow filling thing product, I would take the Glossier Brown Brow Flick. This is amazing. I love it. It is very easy, and for a daily basis, it can be very natural and just wispy brows. Or if I want to build it up again, I can totally do that and it will look very natural. The reason why I didn't pick like a pencil or more of a powder is because I just feel like products like this work best with my brows because they are already bushy and I reach for this a lot. I just felt like this is a natural product that you can build up you know, and I could also use it for freckles if I ever feel the need to. So it's a versatile product that I can use many ways, but mostly for the brows, and it makes them look really nice. So this is coming with me. And then for a brow gel, I have the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter, aka the best brow gel that has ever existed. I could have gone for something that's tinted. I do use a lot of tinted brow gels on an everyday basis, but if I was just gonna go for one and I had to have it like in my collection, I wouldn't have any other. This is it. It sets your brows incredibly. It makes them look very fluffy, very wispy. I don't know if your brows can look wispy, but this kind of makes them look wispy. I love the brush. The formula is, you know, it's very hardcore. So if you have brows that are very stubborn and they don't like to stay in place, this is kind of like glue for them, and I love it for that. It's just perfect. I can use just a little bit and tone it down, run another spoolie through it for them to look more natural. Or if I really want them to look like wispy and very fluffy, I can go full out with this. And it's clear, so it just works perfectly whether I fill in my brows or not. The only eyeshadow primer I would have in my makeup collection, I don't really have a lot of eye primers because this is kind of like the only one I actually use. It's the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. I have mine in Eden. This is just what works for my eyes. I've tried several different eye primers, and this is just the best. Makes my eyeshadows last a long time. They perform really well on top of this. They blend amazing, and they're very enhanced. It's my tried and true, and I obviously had to bring it with me. It's literally one of the only ones I use right now, so I would obviously just have it with me in my collection. This is my baby. I love palettes a lot. If I did not collect makeup, I wouldn't have a lot of palettes. I wouldn't have a lot of shadows. And the only palette that I think I would have in my collection would be the Natasha Denona Biba palette, because this is just, it has all the colors I could ever need. They have all the neutrals, okay? Mostly mattes, a few shimmers in there that I could use, and the quality is amazing. There are also a few colors like this one that's, you know, like a mustard, and these like pinky ones and these grays that I probably wouldn't use a lot, and they would be used more for like a pop of color. I would mostly stick to the more neutrals and then use these sometimes, so that would be like the excitement. I already get a lot of use out of this, and if it's the only palette that I had, then I would definitely, you know, it would definitely be worth my money. So for my pencil liner of choice, I would go in to the ColourPop Creme Gel liners. I only have this one, which is Honey Dude, which is my favorite nude. Of course, I would need a nude in my collection because nude liner is a must. So this will be my nude of choice, and then I would get a brown one and a black one of these. I don't currently have them, but I think, you know, just nude, brown, black pencils are a must in anyone's collection. I really enjoyed this formula. It's very easy to use, and it lasts a long time, and it is very affordable. So yeah, if you're not much of a pencil liner person, I would definitely recommend just having these basics because you can do so much with them. You can use them as eyeshadow base, you can use them as literal shadows, as liners, in your waterline, tie line, you know, all the works. So definitely staples. And then for a liquid liner or something that I would use for wings and stuff, I would 100% bring my, why am I saying bring like I'm taking it somewhere? I would add the Glossier Pro Tip in black. This is just the best liquid liner I've ever tried. I love it. I raved about it a lot. Whenever I want to do something graphic like wings or just a simple liner, whatever I want, this is just perfect. It is very easy to use. Formula is really nice. It is waterproof. There's just nothing that I've ever tried beats this. So it's a no-brainer. This is going in my bag. No question. Now for mascara. Again, I would have one that's more natural, one that's, you know, more glam. For the more natural one, I would go for the Maybelline New York The Falsies Lash Lift. Now these kind of rotate. I also love Lash Slick by Glossier. I love the Maybelline Snap Mascara. But at the moment, I am really into this one. And I love this because it looks really natural on my lashes when I apply it. But it, just like the name says, it gives them a lift, and they stay like that all day long. But it doesn't look like I'm wearing a ton of makeup or like I'm wearing a lot of mascara. So this would just be like my natural mascara for daily use. You can definitely build it up a little bit more if you want it to be a little bit more glam, but I just find that it works mostly for what I want on a daily basis. And then if I want to take it up a notch, go super glam, or just, you know, amp up my lashes extremely, Tom Ford Extreme Badass Mascara. It's the best mascara ever. If I could use this every single day of my life, I would, but it's really expensive and I don't want to use it every day. This just gives me all the volume, all the lift, all the, you know, all the length. It is very expensive, as I just said, but it is amazing. It's the best mascara. It makes my lashes look like they're falsies, and I don't like wearing falsies, so this is just perfect for super glam looks. You apply a few layers of this and they look amazing. This definitely stands out in my collection, and I would definitely own this. If I could only own one mascara, it would be this. So, and then for lips, another really hard one for me, simply because I'm obsessed with lipstick and I have a lot of them. But realistically, I don't wear most of them. I have a few core lip products that I wear, and those are the ones that I would bring with me. I'm not a big lip liner person, but I do understand the power that it has. So for my lip liner, I chose a Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in Endless Cacao. You can use this many different ways, not just on the lips, and it's like a taupey, contoury shade. I love this because it goes with any lipstick. I'm wearing it today. It just contours and makes my lips look plumper because I cheat it and I make them, I contour them to look bigger, which is my dream always. It just goes with everything. It goes with nudes, it goes with reds, with oranges, with really dark colors. The formula is really nice because it isn't super creamy and it won't move everywhere, but it also isn't like MAC lip liners that are very stiff and hard to work with. It's kind of like a mix in between. This one I feel like just works with any shade, so I wouldn't have to have like different lip liners for different shades. And it just, versatile, easy, the best. For nudes, I would have my Glossier Leo and Cake Generation G lipsticks. No question, these two are my favorite nudes. They're my go-to. I freaking love them so much. I've gone through an entire Leo. They're just my favorite. They're the ones that I reach for on a daily basis because they're very easy to use. They're sheer, so the formula is just like, I'll grab it, I'll put it on. It makes my lips look amazing. It isn't hard to wear during the day. They're very easy to maintain. And just the colors, both of these colors just work for me. And they're basically some of the only nudes that I reach for, even though I have a ton of them. It's a no-brainer. These have to be in my makeup bag. And then if I want something a little bit bolder, I wouldn't have a lot of very bold lipsticks. I'd probably just stick to red. And the red of choice is the Maybelline New York Red for Me. It's a matte lipstick, and it is beautiful. First of all, I love Maybelline lipsticks. They're very affordable and they're very high quality. I love this formula specifically. And I just think a red lipstick is a must in anyone's collection. It just enhances your collection a little bit. If you're feeling like it's a little boring or you look a little boring, you just add some red lipstick and boom. The formula of this is really comfortable to wear. The color works perfectly with my skin tone and I love how comfortable it is to wear throughout the day. This is just the best of the best, and everyone should have it. Lastly, for lips, I wanted a gloss. I am obsessed with gloss. Everyone's obsessed with gloss at the moment. I also have a lot of glosses to choose from, but the winner was Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb in Glass Slipper. I chose a clear gloss because it's very easy to just use on its own. If you're wearing red, nude, and you want them to be glossy, you can also add this and make them glossy. So again, a versatile product. This is my favorite gloss at the moment. Feels very nourishing on the lips. I love the smell. It takes me right back to my childhood, and I had to add this to my bag. I couldn't just leave it behind. I'm sorry to all the other glosses that I left behind, but this is just superior. We have come to the end of this, okay? We are absolutely done. Oh my god. Thank you for staying till the end. If you have a channel or an Instagram or whatever, and you also want to try this, like, I don't know if it's a tag or a trend or whatever, this video concept out, then I definitely encourage you to do it. It's super fun, and you really get to reflect on the products that you love in your makeup collection. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, then make sure to give it a thumbs up. It gives me a lot of feedback. And if you're into super easy and real makeup and beauty content, again, make sure to subscribe. It would mean the world to me, and you'd be seeing videos from me every single week. Again, thank you so much to Jamie Paige for giving me the idea and just for being a great YouTuber who teaches me every single day. Love her. If you haven't watched her, you have to. And thank you guys for clicking on this video and staying till the end, even though this was kind of a lot. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video, okay? Bye, everybody. Mwah.